Hey fam, it's Matt, and welcome back to the vlog. So just wanted to put up a quick video to wish everybody a very, very happy new year. It is January 1st of 2026, and 2025 is behind us now. Hope that it was a good year for everyone and that you were able to accomplish everything that you wanted to last year. Just look how gorgeous Utah Lake is back there. So yeah, just drove a bit south of where my parents are. This is actually a fairly popular little long-term camping area on some BLM land on the southwestern side of Utah Lake here in Utah. So I just drove out here to give you guys this little update to wish you a very happy new year. Thinking back on what I got done in 2025. It was a busy year. I bought the trailer actually the end of 2024. If you guys saw that video, here, I'll switch hands. But if you guys saw that, I bought the trailer into 2024, but I didn't really do anything with it until after the first of the year. So I got that all built out. I moved out of my apartment and got everything put in storage. I lived at my grandma's house for about 6 weeks while I was finishing getting the trailer all tidied up and everything sorted for the adventure in Alaska. And then, as you guys saw, I drove up to Alaska in June and then camped at Bill's house from my Alaska all summer long while I looked for some property to buy. And then that was a process that took a little bit longer than I thought it was going to. So I was hoping to actually get a lot more done on a piece of property this summer than I actually did, just because the whole purchase process took a lot longer than I thought it was going to. And then I actually decided to bump my trip back to Utah up by a few weeks, just with everything that was going on with the US and Canada, and just wanted to be safely south so that I could start dealing with some of the things that I need to change because I bought land instead of being a digital nomad, like was my original plan. I've had kind of a grumpy, rainy day. It has been an unusually warm winter here in Utah. We've not had any measurable snow down at my parents' house. The ski resorts are barely running because there is not very much snow in the mountains. But it is quite pretty today. But yeah, it was a busy 2025. So I bought the land. That happened in July-ish. And then August and September, I flew home actually for a week in August, flew back down here to Utah. But it was just a lot of waiting for the land to close, waiting for the surveyors to do the survey, and then waiting for a time where we could get Bill's excavator down to the property. And obviously, you guys saw that in the end of the land video. That didn't happen until just a week before I left to drive back down here to Utah. So yeah, that's kind of a recap of my 2025. There was other things that went on, but as far as the channel goes, those are the big ticket items. So what's going to happen in 2026 is, like I mentioned in my update video a couple videos ago, I am going to be keeping my Tundra right here. So I do need to get on the schedule to get the rear springs upgraded. I'm going to be upgrading them to some HD springs to kind of help with the towing and carrying the truck cap and a few things in the bed, because I am looking at trading in my trailer for a bigger, comfier model just to tow up and leave in Alaska, I think. So currently, my trailer is stuck at the dealer. It has been there for almost 8 weeks, and they are still arguing with Winnebago about some warranty items that I wanted to get fixed. They fixed most of them, but the biggest thing was the floor got kind of spongy over the course of the summer, and it started creaking really badly. And I'm worried that it's not fully, that piece of OSB that's in the middle, or plywood or whatever they used, that's in the middle of the floor is not fully bolted down to the frame anymore. I did find also some loose bolts, because it does use a Norco frame. So the trailer is just bolted. The frame is bolted together, and then the chassis, so the box of the trailer, is then bolted to the frame. And I found a couple of those bolts were not installed properly. So the trailer has been at the dealer for almost 8 weeks, and like I said, the last update I got was they were still waiting for Winnebago to approve the work on the floor. So the plan is, once that's done, I am going to be ripping out the power system from the Micro Mini, and then likely trading it in on something bigger. I've got a few trailers in mind, but there is a floor plan that I really like and I think would work well, where I can still have a couch and a full-size bed that's walk around, and have a full kitchen with like an oven, and still have a place to put a desk. So the trailer model is commonly a 22 MLS. There is various manufacturers that make that particular floor plan. And I think that is my preference right now. However, I am quite fickle sometimes when it comes to making decisions on things. So I change my mind a lot. But right now, that is the trailer model that I am thinking of upgrading to. So hopefully that will happen sometime shortly after I get my trailer back from the dealer, once all the warranty repairs are done and I can get the power system tore out and reverted back to stock. And then the plan is to hopefully, if that can all get done soon enough, is to head up to Alaska just as soon as I can in the spring, as soon as the temperatures are above freezing overnight, and as soon as there's no snow, or very little snow, on the property. So I'm going to be keeping an eye out on the cameras and looking to see when breakup happens, and then scheduling the drive up. So we'll see if it happens end of April or end of May. I do want to get up there earlier this year than I did last year in 2025, because I didn't get up there until the end of June last year. And this year in 2026, I want to get up there in April or May, if at all possible. So that's kind of the end of year wrap and the beginning of 2026 plans, just to update you guys on what's going on. I hope, like I said, that everybody has a happy new year, and that you were able to get what you wanted out of 2025, and that 2026 will be a great year for everyone. All right, so that'll wrap it up for this video. Thanks everybody for watching. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment below if you have any questions or comments that you want to share with me. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and we'll catch you guys in the next one, which, by the way, is likely going to be the Denali Highway. So stay tuned for that adventure. Have I ever told you guys that I just absolutely hate mud? I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. The mud here in Utah is just the worst, and I hate it, but sacrificed my truck's cleanliness for you guys to come film in a pretty scenic spot.